This week on the CHC Insider, cooking up a storm in your dorm, a musician who can't read a note, and a remarkable talent you have to see to believe. The Insider begins now. We begin this week with a talent that is not musical, not poetic, but academic. First-year student Kwame Yeboah has a remarkable ability having to do with dates. Here's the Insider's Tom Weigel with more.
Hi, I'm Tom Weigel, and I'm here with Kwame Yeboah, who has a spectacular skill. His skill is that he can pull up any date in history and know a fact about it. He is probably the most amazing person I've ever met. Kwame, how did you figure out you had this type of skill?
Well, it all started around 6 years old. My mom, she brought me to a bookstore so I could have one book from the children's section. And the book I chose happened to be a history book just because I thought it was cool. So I looked at it and from there, it just became so fascinated with history in general.
Is it mostly U.S. history or is it world history?
I concentrate on American history and European history after the year 1000.
Okay, so I'll give you a date. The year 1820.
It's the end of James Monroe's first term. That's like the era of good feelings where like we had the Panic of 1819, which helped us start the first national bank, the first bank in the United States.
1920.
Oh God, Warren G. Harding was elected, and what I like what Warren G. Harding is like, he only served 2 years because he died in office. But what I like with him is like all the scandals come after. He's got Teapot Dome, and it just ruins his career, his life, his legacy later on.
We're gonna have a lightning round right now.
Oh.
1972.
Oh, 1972, it's Richard Nixon. He's being elected to a second term. And, of course, Watergate's going to happen later.
1793.
Washington's in office, which is good. Louis XVI is being executed.
1873.
Oh, God, the Panic of 1873 is happening in the United States. And what's cool about that is there's going to be an economic downturn. And you're going to see a lot more corruption coming up.
1901.
Teddy Roosevelt became president. He's my favorite.
So Kwame, what do you want to do with this?
I haven't really decided yet. Maybe I'll figure out down the road.
That's cool. Well, thank you for showing us your spectacular skill, Kwame. And back to you, Christopher.
So, if you see Kwame on campus, feel free to ask him for a date. How often have you wanted to whip up a gourmet meal in your dorm, but can't do it without a stove? Well, on our new feature called Microwave Chefs, the Insiders Paige and Jess show you how it's done.
Hi, this is a new segment we have on the Insider. That's Jess.
And that's Paige. And this is Microwave Chefs. This week we're making pasta. These are the ingredients you're going to need to be able to make pasta.
A bowl, another bowl, or in this case a pasta boat, pasta, and some type of pasta sauce. We went with meat sauce because we're also using... Where are the meatballs?
Oh, oops, they're right here.
You should snap the noodles too, but you don't really need to in this pasta boat. But if you're making it in a bowl, it's better to snap them. Make sure you hold it right in the middle to snap them, or else you're going to get pasta everywhere, which we already did. All right, now with this, it also has measuring lines, and for this one, you measure it to 4.
So we're going to go fill it, and
we'll be right back. We have now filled our pasta boat with water. It's a little starchy because it's been sitting for a couple seconds. And now we are going to put it in the microwave. And when you put it in the microwave, you do not put the strainer lid on it, and you put it in for 18 to 20 minutes. So we're going to put it in now. And as I forgot to mention before, you will need a can opener. Not all pasta sauces need a can opener, but this particular one does. And so you just put your sauce in there, and then you microwave that. And then we're going to add the meatballs later after we've cooked them. All right, now we are going to make the meatballs. We're going to use a paper plate because it is microwave safe, and we're going to make 8 meatballs. That's 2 per person, since remember we are only making 4 servings. And in a 60 seconds we will have 8 delicious meatballs.
we're now going to drain the pasta. This is where the pasta boat comes in very handy because of the straining lid attached.
So now we have our pasta on our plate. We also still have some in our pasta boat. And Jess is going to add the sauce and meatballs now. And that is beautiful. And now you just pop in one of your favorite movies. We're about to watch Young Frankenstein, and enjoy. Join us next week on Microwave Chefs when we make baked potatoes with all the fixins.
Yum, yum.
And now we've got talent with a musician who doesn't have the slightest clue how to read music. Here's self-taught pianist Brittany Evans, accompanied by her own Melanie McCoy.
Shows that we ain't gonna stand. Shows that we are united. Shows that we ain't gonna take it. Shows that we ain't gonna stand. Shows that we are united.
Well, basically, I've been playing the keyboard and piano since 4th grade. My mom bought me like a hand-me-down piano from a garage sale, and I used to come home from school every day and just play. I never got any lessons, and I really don't know how to read any notes at all. So I just like listen to a song and play by ear and like match up the notes, and that's what I do. I usually play like songs on the radio. Like I know a lot of Kanye songs, and I know Carrie Hilson, and that's what I do.
From music to sports, there's some big news for the Chestnut Hill baseball team. Here's Xavier Bookert with the story.
I'm here with PJ Kidd, shortstop for the Chestnut Hill baseball team, and he definitely has some good news for us.
Yes, we have our home field, Latshaw McCarthy Field. It's in Norristown, PA. Very excited about it. It's actually closer than our old field, and we get to have a lot of fans come to the games and hopefully support us and show all this love to us.
What's the difference between now having your own field and sharing a field with other teams?
We can practice whenever we want. I mean, preparation is key towards us winning, so you know it's essential.
So now that you guys got your own field, and obviously that's a big up from having to share one, what are your expectations for the next season, or upcoming season?
You know, we look very strong this year. We only lost 2 seniors last year, so for the most part, the same core group of guys that was in the starting lineup and in the starting rotation are back. We think we can win it all this year.
Well, you heard it from the shortstop's mouth. Back to you guys.
The baseball team will show off its new field for the first time on Wednesday, March 2nd. Mark it down. And we conclude this week's show with a look back at Spirit Week and Wednesday's big pep rally. Here are a few of the best moments from the event.
It was just a fun time for all students to come and just experience, you know, what it means to be at a pep rally. I think a lot of people have lost that feeling since high school, so that was our main idea of why we did it.
And that's it for this edition of the CHC Insider. We'll see you next week, and we hope you enjoyed.
All right, now we have our delicious looking plate of pasta. Jess, you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And, wait.
Yeah, start over. Just start over.
So now we have our delicious, Robert! The fixins.
Leave it, just leave it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay, and go. All right.